sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
I just choked down chocolate chip cookies and Grandpa's femur. Femur.
We make money now?
No, we had to pay
So
them.
this episode, it's just too slippery. I'm slicing everything.
Every time I swing my 5-iron, it goes up that guy's ass.
Welcome to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's your host, Jim and Foo.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Sad Dads, episode 64, if I remember correctly from like a moment ago.
Yes, 64.
And
He's the Jim,
That is the Foo.
and we have the Dataz.
Dataz is here. I'm not
Does that
sure.
mean Mellie's done too?
Not till next week. She moves home next Thursday.
Ah, that's right, NorCal bitches.
Well, what's weird is
Fuck LA.
her boyfriend Ian goes to Irvine,
Yeah.
UC Irvine, and he's driven home today.
Yep.
Oh wow, done.
And he started school after her.
He's on the trimester thing,
yeah.
so he's done.
Same amount of
So I
credit.
assume-
Credit load is the same.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they only have like 6 or 10 week classes instead of 16.
Yeah. So he's only done like one.
So
Wait.
is his more condensed?
I think so. It's supposed to be.
Interesting.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. They still have. Maybe they have longer class periods or something. But yeah, I don't know.
My kids are still Zander Wednesday, and then Piper goes all the way till Friday with half days. So Thursday and Friday. She has finals
this week?
Next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll be out all week, and they will be not,
You'll.
except for Xander.
It'll be like chicka bow wow time.
Yeah. I mean, no. Yeah.
Not again.
God, what?
Get off of me.
God, I need some space. Go to work. Stream something.
I'm just trying to take a goddamn shower.
God.
That wasn't an invitation.
I don't have to run in the mornings.
Marathon's over, and I got to get some of this energy out.
Yeah, wow. You want to get piped?
Oh, jeez.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hashtag get piped.
Although I'll have to pipe Cody instead of someone else. But
No.
yes.
Yeah. That's all sad.
So I know what I did this weekend. Do we want to start with me, or do we want to
Yeah,
start?
no, you start. I don't care.
So the marathon was this weekend.
What marathon?
Yeah, exactly.
There was a marathon?
Yeah, there's sometimes.
Well, are you talking about the Boston Marathon?
Yeah.
New York Marathon.
Wait a second. Was it a cops marathon?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, did you watched a lot of Cops?
No.
Oh.
Boy, I stopped watching Cops.
It's all about live PD now. Do you get with the times?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you just watch like Next Door or Ring. Now I can see what's really going on right here.
Now
Speaking
it's
of
about
that,
TikTok.
the other morning, the Ring thing goes off, and I'm at work, and I go, "Oh, Chandler's leaving the house," and I don't think about it, and then I get a text from my wife, "Chandler's still asleep," and I'm like, "What the hell? The Ring went off."
I've been having some serious problems not being
And
able
so
to wake
I
up.
go to the Ring app and realize, oh, the garbage truck drove by and it
Oh.
captured that.
Dude,
Oh.
last Wednesday I had to be at class at like my normal time, which is 9. I
Yeah.
didn't fucking get out of bed till 2 in the afternoon.
You got problems.
Yeah.
So we've been resorting to just beating him with a bat.
So the garbage truck doesn't normally trigger it?
Garbage
No,
cuck.
it doesn't normally. I think
Cuckold.
it's just on the
Got him.
mask is just on the edge,
Oh,
and I think
That's
it
what she
just
said.
happened to catch it somehow.
yeah.
But anyway, so that was pretty funny. And so I look and I'm like, oh, it wasn't Chandler, it was the garbage truck. He
It's
is
a
in
garbage
bed.
man.
Yeah.
Huh.
So anyway.
Yeah. Whoops.
All right. So yeah, no, you said something about you ran like
Yes.
around the block or something.
So if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been tweeting my... Yeah. Well, no, this goes all the way back to last year. Venus ran the relay, and I called her girlfriends tried to get her to do the full thing,
Yeah.
and I called her a pussy in the kitchen and said that I'd do it.
Why would you say you're a pussy in the kitchen?
Yeah. What? So in doing so, I put my foot in the door and said I would do it, and then
Yeah.
Piper said she'd do it, and Venus said, "Fine, fuck it, I'll do it."
Yeah.
So if you were to follow along the
Should've
entire
made,
year,
You should have made Zander do it too.
ooh, no, not his bag, not his bag.
Dude, me and Zander are very similar.
Yeah. So I've been training.
Yeah.
So now I have run this race once. I was 19 at the time. I did not train for it when I was 19 because I was coming right out of high school. I thought I was in shape. I was a young buck. I had a hard time with it, but I did finish it. So this was an opportunity for me, having what would be the 25th anniversary of my first running, to kick my own ass.
So is that 25 years worth of training?
No, clearly not. Because I haven't run with training or competitively with a pace in mind for 15 plus years. Now, I have run a triathlon somewhere in the last 10, but I didn't really train for that it as hard as I should have either. So I haven't really been running. So this year was like I get in shape, try and kick my own ass. That's the goal.
Okay.
So I had a really good training program. If you followed me on Twitter or us on Twitter, you saw that I posted all of my times as I went through. I was getting progressively faster. I was very encouraged with my times. I was getting in better shape. I was eating healthy. Everything was good. I had no injuries throughout the entire length of my training.
Is this the foreboding?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I was very, very I'm trying to think. Comfortable with my progress.
Yeah.
Confident as well. Things were going my way. No injuries, anything. I was not nervous going into Sunday. Felt good. I got about 14 miles, 15 miles in, and I got blister on my right foot, blister on my left foot in two places. And I started chasing at the aid stations. I started chasing like a salt deficiency. Like I would start to cramp up. I would intake electrolytes, get good for about 3/4 of a mile, and then I would drain that, and I would cramp before the next aid station. And
which is weird because you didn't.
Exactly. Yes.
You didn't have that during training.
I had none of those problems.
And when you're training, are you taking in a lot of electrolytes? Or?
I did everything that I had everything with me and on me.
But I mean, more normally though.
As normally, yes.
But
when I get to long runs, I was like simulating where I would be taking aid.
So how do you do that? You carry something?
I carried it with me.
Just like either
a chewable thing or
I
had a vest.
You ever had shot blocks?
No, but these little gels probably are similar.
Yeah.
So
okay,
I had
planned for it.
Yeah, I had planned for it. Everything, and I had stuck to the game plan. My 20-mile runs and all of that the entire way, confident. And
here it is, game day.
Here it is, game day. Had good meal plans going in all week. Followed the training. I think I only missed throughout the course of the training. I only missed one day. Inconsequential in the large scheme of things. I didn't feel it ever hindered me in any way. The night before, Piper asked, "What's your goal? What happens?" And I said, "Well, I'm just trying to beat 4:54. That's my thing." And she's like, "Well, what happens if you don't?" And I said, "Well, I'd be really disappointed in myself." And I said it offhand, because I was so confident
that you were
that I was 20 plus minutes under my time. That this was a non-issue. Yeah. I was feel good, comfortable, ready to rock. There was no ambiguity. I was going to nail this. Everything was fine. And I got to 14, 15, and the wheels came off.
Yeah.
In everything. Equipment, my biochemistry, the way I was hydrating, everything went sideways. And so I finished, but it was over the time. I didn't beat myself that day. And I was pretty pissed. Like I was very frustrated with the whole thing. And Venus got a thing from her girlfriend about as far as the participation in a national survey. I think it was like a 2014 article. Someone did like a statistics on the amount of people in the States that will have or have ever participated as far as percentage in a marathon. And it's 1% or less.
Yeah.
So there is nothing to bat an eye at the fact that I've done it and I finished.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what she said.
There's an accomplishment there, but I was sure I had the one that mattered, and I didn't get it, and very frustrating to me.
That's I don't understand the wheels coming off.
Right.
That's
and
what's
so
hard to.
The only thing that I have, because I stuck to I was confident, is I just had a bad race. I had a bad day. And there's nothing, I have no excuse.
Yeah.
I just had a bad race. It happens. The thing that stings for me is that you don't just go out and like retry.
Right. It's a year now.
It's a year. And so, I'm a little bit confuzzled because, I had to work the next day anyway. And I'm in pain, a little bit of soreness, it takes a toll out of you. But there was still like an esteem thing where I was like, I had this in the bag easy. Like, we're talking with Will, like at the Friendsgiving thing, we talked about times and how my times were dropping. I was with 20 minutes easy of smashing my time.
Yeah.
And I went over by almost 10. Mm-hmm. It was... But you have a bad race.
Yeah.
The
way I look at it is, fuck. You just ran 26.2 miles.
So Venus said yesterday, I think, it was last night. She's like, "Oh, I got the notification to sign back up," and I'm going to do it.
I'm signing back up.
Yeah, I'm going to nail it because I know, that I was there. I'll probably train a little bit harder. My equipment was still solid.
Get your blisters early.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. My socks were all the same. I didn't run in anything new. Everything. In fact, I was so retentive about like, okay, so my shoes have break-in, and that's good. So I didn't just buy brand new shoes.
Yeah.
I didn't get a new set of socks. Everything that I wore was something that I'd worn before. I wore my hat, even though I didn't really need it, because I was like, I've wore my hat for every race anyway, or every run. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I wear this. I wore my Iron Man thing. Everything was the same. There was nothing net new. And bad day.
What did you eat?
I had ramen the night before, and so
plenty of salt,
pasta. Had my salt intake. Yeah. I was hydrating. I didn't dump a bunch of spaghetti or carb load in any way. I just did me and everything else that I had done normally.
The blister thing is curious.
It is because it wasn't raining. It didn't rain enough.
So you weren't wet.
I wasn't wet, and I ran multiple times last week and earlier in the week prior when it was raining, so that I knew what would happen if my feet did get wet. So I simulated everything, and I didn't get blisters then. So even when my feet were soaked, I didn't get blisters.
Were you did your gait change at all or anything like that? Did you feel any different?
No, and I maintained pace. There was more hills, but I had planned for hills, and I changed my pace accordingly. I was not gassed on the hills in any way.
Well, no, but the hills,
my stride,
hills will change your stride.
I compensated knowing what would happen. So it wasn't, and I was well past most of the hills that I if I was going to get
I feel
them.
like, because, I'm a guy that goes to Disneyland and walks around for a day and gets fucking crazy blisters, right?
Yeah. And
I feel like once that hot spot starts, you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know in your case, like, why you got that hot spot. That's weird.
Yeah.
Considering you hadn't had it.
Yeah. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I got
really
nothing.
strange.
So, that aside,
yeah,
I am confident that I'll get it next year.
You've got something to prove now.
I do. Yeah. And so next year, so what I'm going to do is, and I had told this to Venus and I think Will and Piper, is that this was at Friendsgiving. It was more Will than them, but it was, I was so confident in how fast I was getting in shape and hitting and dropping my times that I was intentionally holding back, going faster, because I knew what I knew my ceiling and I knew my floor. It's like, well, I only have to go this fast
to beat that
to
time.
beat my time. But I was trending faster, and all of it's out there. That's what's it too. So it's not like me trying to convey, I feel like I was. It's like you look at my Twitter, you can see the times are like tick, 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 tick. So it's not like word of mouth, like, sure, I was. But, it was. The data's there. That's why I was so confident. I was like, fuck.
I'm here.
Donkey punch. The
data's
data's this year. So,
well, that sucks.
So I signed back up.
I didn't realize how frustrated or upset you were with yourself.
Yeah. Because
you didn't portray that to me.
It was a donkey punch, for sure. Like, I felt... I had it.
I'm just in awe of you guys being able to run a marathon in general.
Exactly.
So.
And, and we, Piper and Venus, so we can, we'd be done with me. Piper and Venus both had never done it and nailed it.
Yeah.
And completed it. Now, their goals were different, but that doesn't take away from the fact that now they're in such a small percentage of the American population that has run 26.2 miles. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
And Piper was only one of 6 in her age bracket.
Nice.
She got 6th in her age bracket, but only 6 people 19 and younger, so that includes at least 2 years of adults, were running.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty
she's
cool.
An outlier among outliers,
Yeah.
which is, super amazing.
Sorry, I'm stopped.
Really?
And Venus and her girls that trained with her, they all finished it. All the props in the world. And now they're all trying to, see whether or not they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
There is nothing... I shouldn't be frustrated because it's an achievement that most, 99% of the population in the States won't ever do and won't nail. But it's still... And there's a lesson there as a dad, it's like
that.
Sometimes you got to get back on there.
Yeah.
I am frustrated, but I'm going to do it because I know I can. I know I can.
Mm-hmm.
The data says I can.
Yes, you may.
Yes, there you go.
Yes, you can.
So,
You're like a World War II poster of a chick.
yeah, I've come full circle on it because, there was this thing at first, but now it's like, no, I can do it. There's there.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, sorry to hear that. I mean, I just figured you were happy that you finished or whatever, and I didn't. I know that you did talk about how you missed your time, and I was like, well, he's not too far off of his time. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
But I
wasn't far, but
I didn't realize it was that.
Will had a really good time too. I think I may shoot for something closer to Will. Will had 4 hours and 9 minutes, I believe.
Fun Will or other Will?
Other Will.
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
His last name is Hunting.
Yeah. He was booking,
Yeah.
and he had I think he put himself in the corral for 4:15 and under. And so he nailed exactly where he wanted to be, as far as I know. I think he wanted, possibly, #HighWill, I think he wanted to try and get under 4 hours. But 4:09 is, I think he's in his age bracket for average pace, if not pretty far under.
Yeah.
So he did really well. I don't know how he felt afterwards, but he did really well.
Good job, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I think that knowing now that what I know,
Has he done multiples?
he did it the year prior too.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
and he beat his time. I think he did 4. I think he beat his last year's time by 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more.
So he's only done 2? That's only his second one?
I think this is only his second California International.
Oh, okay. So
I think he's done others.
I mean, that's impressive, too, considering his...
Yeah, he's had all kinds of leg work.
Yeah, like laid up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Didn't he get hit by a car or some crap?
And then he broke something in the ski slopes, I think.
Oh, he did?
I thought so.
Oh, man.
Hey, Will, don't
His
get hit by
ankle.
cars, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, apparently it doesn't matter because he can still whoop out fucking 4-hour, 9-minute.
Hey, we'll actually get hit
marathons.
by more cars. Disregard what I just said.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just go out, stand out, and you run the caddy into me. We'll see what happens.
Bro, that's man.
I'm really looking to cybernetic my femur.
I'm looking to Cyber Monday my femur.
Maybe that's what you need.
Yeah.
Is to
Just break something once just
Yeah.
to get it going.
Yeah.
No.
You know, we can rebuild them. We have the technology.
I am
See what I can do with that
enjoying
rusty C clamp
just
over there.
total consumption of calories and crap food, though. So I have taken a break from having. I've had like a couple of cakes or something.
Have some fucking Oreos, man.
Well, we had the bunk
Have
cakes
some
for
goddamn Oreos.
yeah.
I just went to Rayleigh's and bought.
I got a couple. Well, Venus had a couple bunk cakes, and so I'm pounding those. And
Going to Rayleigh's, I'm just gonna get a cake.
big old hot tamales.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get 2 cakes.
Give me 2 cakes.
Yeah,
that was like 4,000 calories.
I know what I'm having for dinner. What are you bitches having?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like 2 days worth of calories in
two-
that run.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm like,
I mean, you know, like I said, I just
my watch just told me to move. Fuck off.
Get up, fool.
your watch doesn't realize you're recording a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Either, so
Yeah.
Give it the bird.
And yeah, so
I mean, I have a history of friends that have done marathons. I'm just in awe at the fact that they do this stuff.
yeah.
You guys did it. I mean, that's awesome. I understand your frustration, but for me personally, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
you know,
and there was all the friends, you know,
Yeah.
my Kim's sister-in-law from Murder and Myths.
Yeah.
She was following us. That was another really cool thing as well. She was following us on like a run tracker.
yeah.
And so she, you know, you could see the running around.
Do you feel them put that in your ass when you have to check in?
I just taped it to my quad.
Oh, I like it when they just stuff it in my butt.
Okay.
He has
I have an RFID
he has
reader.
quite the prison wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need you could put at least 2 more sensors in there. You sure you don't want me to track half of Granite Bay?
One time we were on the road and I was like, shit, I need a 17 mil to get this tire off where I have a flat. And he was like, hold on. And then he started walking off to the side of the road in the trees and pulled a 17 and a
Yeah.
wrench out of his ass.
Oh, that happens too.
and-
along
yeah.
the rays.
Yeah.
Like I saw a number of like
Yeah, and a breaker
just
bar.
dropping trow and behind a hedge at one of those
and
high
taking
schools.
a deuce?
Well, it's
Almost.
more like a feral spray at
Ooh.
that point.
It's all fucking ninja mixed up, man.
Yeah.
Were you just marking your territory?
Well, not me, but
Oh.
you see others.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
He didn't pull a Crystalia and
You know,
shit in
after
someone's
like
front
mile
yard.
2, like the porta potty numbers start to like dwindle down, and you get the people with the nerves that like don't want to wait. And so, one of the high schools that has construction, I saw some lady just like and like cross my field of view to like a hedge, and I saw like dip into the back
Really?
dip into the back of the yoga pants and like shucking a ear of
So
corn. She
does
just
hazmat have to go through afterwards and like fucking spray down the whole trail?
Well, I imagine if they saw it, that yeah, probably.
That's
I feel sorry for
awful.
some kid that probably sits against that tree for like reading his Thomas Paine or whatever.
Just recently in
Watching his TikToks.
Yeah.
the Congratulations podcast, Crystalia talks about how they were driving in a car on the road, and he was like, there was a driver. Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, okay. And then he's like, hey, man, I really need to use the bathroom. So he says they get off the freeway, and there is like some stuff on the right, but nothing on the left. He goes left.
Oh,
And he's like, bro, like I have to go now.
yeah.
To the point to where he made the guy just pull over, and he took a shit in someone's front yard.
Just left
Dalia?
Kleenex there.
And
He
he was
goes,
like,
congratulations, somebody, I just shit in your fucking yard.
Yeah.
Crystalia, professional comedian, shit in your yard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he had the wherewithal to take the Kleenex with him so he could clean up after. And
Wow.
It was like mid-November, second to last November
Yeah.
Wow.
podcast.
That's
crazy.
yeah. Well, that happened.
So,
to you.
but I
Yeah.
can see a lot of that stuff happening.
It happens. There was a lot of cool signs. A lot of people dressed up in the T-Rexes. There was a lot of support. Like I
Did
said,
anybody wear a T-Rex and run the marathon?
I did not see that.
You should have done that.
It
might have improved your
God,
time.
It would be like a hot box. Fuck.
You wouldn't need the blower.
There was a number of, I saw at least 2 instances of a guy holding a sign at his waistline with his jeans around his ankles, and the sign said, "If you stop running, I drop the sign."
What the hell?
Yeah. The second one I saw had a CHP guy behind him, like on a bike, like just waiting for something to happen. I don't know if he, you couldn't see. You didn't know as a runner. You didn't know if he had just had shorts on underneath the sign, or he was actually buck ass naked. You fucking know.
So wait, there was a CHP guy behind him.
On the second one, there was someone that was a guy on a CHP on a bike, like waiting to see if he dropped the sign. I mean, in that instance, it led me to believe that the dude
had nothing on.
Had either bikinis. I can't imagine the CHP would have let him stand there buck ass naked.
Well, maybe he had a thong on.
But, yeah, it could have been.
I have a thong on. Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to say that.
It's a women's thong.
Yeah. Anyway,
because who needs room?
So that was my weekend. Venus and Piper both completed it, nailed it, super awesome. I completed it, didn't nail it, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to try again. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to hit my time.
Props to all of you fuckers for doing that bullshit.
So,
you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Well, that's amazing, too.
I
am proud of you.
I did yard work on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was kind of raining on Saturday.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sunday I got, it was. So Sunday I got out there and filled up the rest of my green can with more leaves because, you know, who doesn't need
because there was wind, too.
Billions of fucking leaves.
Thanks, trees, you fucks.
Yeah, it filled up. There was a number that Friday and Saturday early morning was a really big cells that dumped.
A lot of rain.
Yeah. I think we had like 5+ inches in the rain gauge.
I was really hoping you would just say that it filled
was
up
super
our
wet.
can.
Oh.
I was gonna say nice.
What's an art can?
I don't know.
It's empty.
What's an art
yours
can?
apparently has a 17 and a fucking ratchet. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's crazy is I literally filled the entire green can with not just leaves, but sucked up through the thing and ground up leaves. So that gives you an idea.
The whole can of like mulch leaves.
Wow.
It
didn't even close. I had more to do and I couldn't do it because I didn't have anywhere to put the rest of the leaves. So
did you get there was rain this morning, wasn't there?
When I left the house it wasn't raining, but it started raining later in the day. I don't know about here.
Was it cold up the hill?
Not really.
No.
It was rainy though.
Was it?
I have to say, what the fuck is that on your phone?
It's a protective case.
What's the deal, man?
I don't fuck around with that. I don't want to get it.
You always put cases on your phone?
No.
Oh, that phone.
That phone gets a case.
I have to go pick up mine tomorrow.
Oh, did you get that resolved?
Yeah.
Daughter?
I got So Verizon.
Well, yes.
Without getting into it.
Piece of shit, and they never want to give anybody deals if you already exist as a customer.
We literally, no joke, have had our Verizon account for 30 years.
Wow.
1990.
Since it was what was it before it was Verizon? It was remember?
Yeah.
AirTouch Cellular.
Yeah.
We had AirTouch account, then Verizon bought them. So then we're a Verizon
because
customer.
AirTouch had the two little, it
Yellow
almost
and
looked
blue.
like a St. Louis arch thing.
Yeah.
So I called up executive relations and I was like, "What are you gonna do for me?"
Yeah.
So they said that they would give us buy one get one phones.
So we're basically Mellie's getting her phone, and then Shannon and I are getting a buy one get one free. We're all getting iPhone 11 Pros.
Yeah.
So I could have gone and picked it up, but I got stuff to do tonight, and wasn't really didn't even know that we were ordering them. So I'm like, I can wait till tomorrow. It's fine.
So I was gonna say, speaking of tonight, so Zander had his Silverado. Silverado had their like concert for his band and whatnot, and they have jazz band. So that's where I was earlier. So we go over there, and
Which I don't approve of.
Yeah. It's like,
don't do shit for your kids.
Shit to do.
So
we get over there, and there was another school in there, Heritage, which is just down the way.
Heritage, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Right.
You know
right?
They're from the hood.
So I'm like, talking to Venus. I'm like, what's this? She's like, well, because they don't have a big enough program, they double up here.
Get their own.
They played.
Get your own fucking
They played
program.
as best as they could.
Oh no.
Yeah. It wasn't
rated on a scale of 1 to 10, honestly.
Come on, bro.
They tried real hard.
That's not a number, damn it.
NAN.
Yeah.
Not a number.
Yeah.
NA, not applicable.
They put out a good amount of effort.
They blew on some horns.
So I'm going to get to my...
Was it better or worse than a butt trumpet?
I'm going to get to my sick burn. Because when they finish, right, so then they come out and they come to the stands because there's not enough room for all the kids to be sitting all in there. So then the Zander's class, his class band, sits down, and the teacher...
Which teacher?
The teacher for Heritage Oaks.
Okay.
Is like getting her kids to quiet down. So we're in the bleachers, and the Heritage Oak kids are now sitting in
Tommy,
front. Yeah.
Get your thumb out of your ass.
Quit putting your butt trumpet in the butt trumpet.
Why is there a 17 mil up there?
That's for the other guy. So she's getting her kids to quiet down, and so they hush down, and Miss Mellon, the Silverado teacher, is getting the kids all set up, and the Heritage Oak teacher then turns back to the kids, and she says, "Now keep in mind, some of these kids just started."
Ooh.
Oh, no.
So, right? And I went,
Oh. And then you said,
Oh,
we
shit.
are in
oops,
for
I forgot my
and so-
fucking earplugs.
So this is another a guest school's band teacher is telling her kids, who I just heard,
Oh, no.
and was like listening to it and went, "You're trying hard," knowing how the Silverado program is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh boy, I wonder if she heard something that. So I'm a little concerned. And so,
But really what you're thinking is
you said
she's
something
in
out
for
loud?
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she had even said when her kids were playing, she's like, "Well, we're not really used to, it's a little bit bigger of a room. We're not used to some of the echo."
Oh, come on.
And I'm like, okay.
Are we now?
So Miss Mellon gets the Zander's class. She gets them up. She's like, okay, so here we're playing something. I don't remember what it was. And fucking bitch, please. Fucking Heritage Oak kids can just sit the fuck down.
So what you're saying is we could get a
Busted.
couple cars in the parking lot and play something better.
Oh yeah,
Just fucking
we
with
could go.
horns.
This thing will bust strings, and we could do power chords and Nickelback, and we would have
Dude.
roasted these Heritage Oak kids.
Even
Just-
a Nickelback song would have been better.
And this is how you king remind me. It would have been fine.
Okay.
It would have been fine. We would have been.
I have one single drum in
Yeah.
the garage I can bring.
Yeah.
yeah.
You could. Yeah.
Yes.
I just play my taint.
Yeah.
I'm going to play my skin flute.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
he's really good at that.
Check this out, everybody.
He's really
So
good at it.
they nailed
Tons of
Zander's
practice.
class.
10 out of 10.
Totally nailed it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
really
Xander.
good stuff.
It sounds like she's prepping them for like
I don't know.
performance stuff. And
I had not heard Zander's class yet so far. I would like it was like fuck, really? Compared to what she was doing, I was like, wow, am I really going to be concerned? No, the Silverado program is still fucking lit.
Fuck
it's
yeah, dude.
amazing.
lit.
Plus 100.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
Great music. Super proud of Zander.
So you're telling me I've wasted money on my Heritage Oak performance tickets?
Yeah.
That is no Trans-Siberian Orchestra, sir.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
anyway.
get the
Because
fuck out.
I bought some tickets.
And I would have been fine. I would have been fine if she wouldn't have teed up her own class.
About how
With,
long
like-
did this go for, though?
They did,
Shorter than you expected.
I think they did 2 or 3 medleys.
So
It was really quick.
It wasn't enough to like actually want to kill yourself. It was just like a
No,
good.
I
sample.
love listening to the Silverado program.
No, the other ones that were trash.
I had to listen to it because my kid was afterwards.
Okay. But here's my question: If Zander was first, and then
He
the
would've
first medley came on, would you have said, "I'm fucking out of here," or
I would have
gotta
started
go.
checking messages on my phone.
Wait, did you check your
Okay.
messages on your phone
No.
while they were playing?
No.
Heritage
sold
Oaks?
yourself
No,
short?
I didn't.
Oh.
Because I was hoping.
You were like,
So then
apparently they're going to be good.
Xander's class finishes. They bring in the next year's 6th grade class, I believe. They did wonderful. Then they played together. And then the Silverado program brings out like their highballers, the 7th and 8th graders with a couple 6th graders, their jazz band.
damn, those 6th graders are like, I fuck, dude.
Yeah. So then,
Wow.
so I looked over at Venus's mom and her guest, boyfriend. I'm not quite sure. Hi, Hank. Hashtag hi, Hank. Uh-oh. And I said, wait to hear jazz band. Now, Susie's heard jazz band, I think, years back when Piper was in it. Uh-huh. And there's no acoustics problem in that gym because the jazz kids fucking, like, I think I've mentioned it before. When the jazz kids play, I just close my eyes and listen. That's why I don't get my phone out. I don't record the kids. I just close and listen to the music because that Miss Mellon there at Silverado has a program that is, it's a treat
Ms.
for
Mellon,
the ears.
Take my plus 100 points.
Yeah, it is. And the kids are all talented, too. So there's not to put it all on her. The kids are talented. She is talented.
Well, it sounds like she's done the right things to prep the kids for that kind of performance.
They absolutely crushed it. Just, what are we flapping? What?
It's just fucking updating.
Oh, is it?
It's just sitting there updating.
I'm just watching it update.
Has it been going the whole time?
Yeah, it's been, well, for a little bit. I was like, yeah, do that. I don't have anything to do.
Got anything else to do?
Here, I think he's looking at some fucking important shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's like searching stuff. He's like,
Get
what's a trombone and how do I play it with my anus?
I got about 10 minutes remaining.
It's downloaded.
That thing's a piece of shit.
No, it's installing.
It was really good. The music was really good. The jazz band nails it. It's always a treat, and it reminds me, just like I've ever talked before, going to listen to Piper when she was there, and Piper now over at Wood Creek.
Yeah.
Like listening to kids in big bands and scenarios play music.
Was it Christmas music?
The jazz band played jazz.
That makes sense.
It's not. I don't think they did
Like
Christmas.
Miles Davis
Yeah.
kind of jazz?
Yeah.
That kind of jazz?
Yeah. I don't think they did any Christmas stuff. Still a treat, though.
I would expect it to be Christmas music
That-
at this time.
That
of
have
year.
to be
that was what the
inclusive, dude.
little kids did.
Oh,
The sixth graders did the Christmas medleys and whatnot.
Because I'll tell you what, when Millie was a dancer,
Yeah.
well, she still is really, technically.
No.
Yeah.
But when she used to be a competitive dancer and we've been to
Way too many.
Way
too many competitions and recitals.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
this
what I
time
meant
of the
to
year
say.
would be the Christmas recital.
Yeah.
And that, oh, dude.
And Piper
the
has-
summer ones are 4.5 hours, so.
Yeah.
It was every single Christmas song you could ever imagine ever.
Michael Bublé, other bullshit.
You
Santa Claus
name
is
it.
coming to town.
All of them.
All of them.
Fucking.
Yeah. Piper has
Alvin and the
dance
Chipmunks.
on Friday,
Bro.
so we've got like another thing to listen to again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I got some frogs stuck in there. I'm sorry, I got to stop
It
smoking.
was all that trombone and skin flute talk.
I got the black lung.
Ooh,
Sorry.
skin flute. That reminds me, I gotta leave.
Door shut.
And locked.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just stand against the foam and kind of.
Okay, so I had an interesting article I read today.
Okay.
Doubt it.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting. So
I'll be the judge of that.
this writer gets these emails from this woman.
Okay.
Oh, are you gonna pull it up on your computer?
Yeah. Right now.
No, I don't have to because it was an interesting article. Made me remember. I'll remember this shit.
Look at him, he's sitting there like he's about to click on some shit.
I
too.
am. I'm going to click on it. I'm clicking on the Apple logo to
Internet
hurry up.
click
If
it.
you click it,
Do you need
it
my-
speeds it up.
Thing?
To read it. Whoa.
Really?
Do you want
Okay, so anyway,
iDevice.
this writer gets these emails from this woman, and
Okay.
she says, "I've made this machine that can read your mind and put out images of your memories."
Okay.
Which is pretty fascinating. Well, being a seasoned person, I'm not sure what this is for.
Do you want to pull the thing up?
No,
That's what she
I don't
said.
need to.
Oh,
There you
fuck
go.
off.
So she, makes her send some kind of proof, and it was intriguing enough for her to like go, okay, after some other discussion with this
Okay.
woman. So she goes out to Washington to see this thing, and she provides a demo. And when she starts asking questions about, when the writer starts asking questions about specifics, the lady gets like very weird about it. Like,
Okay.
won't talk about specific things. And eventually like gets mad at her and kind of kicks her out.
Okay.
To make the long story kind of short, essentially what she was trying to do was trap this writer in her house, and she thought that she had the ability to write her son who's dead's memories into her mind.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
confused on a lot of levels.
It was the weird. So she had this machine that she had made this writer person think that, oh, she really has something here.
Okay.
But her goal wasn't just to like be able to read people's minds and project it on the screen.
Her goal was to overwrite another person's.
Bingo. And so she thought this writer would be the perfect person to do that with her son's memories.
Did it work?
You know
so
what
that
that-
she could keep her son around.
You know what that is? That's we've talked about it on the show. Travelers. The show travel, except it's like time travel. They take people from the future and they dump them back into people in bodies in the past that were slated to die, and they overwrite them with another person's.
Oh, weird. Well,
Anyway.
so she gets upset with her and kicks her out, and then when she leaves, her brother who was living with her says like, "Oh, we should meet," and they end up talking.
You want me to?
And then
club
she
her?
like goes to like the university nearby, and they talk about she goes through all these hypotheticals with the like
Okay.
the expert kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she goes back to the lady's house, the lady's like, "Oh, well, I want you to see, I have to show you this."
Okay.
So she leads her into the basement, but locks the door behind her, and then has
Oh my God.
a like cattle stun gun tucked in her pants. And then when shit starts to get real,
Please tell me she trips, falls, and stuns her cooch.
no, when the
Ooh.
shit starts to get real down in the basement,
Plot twist.
the brother breaks the door down to like save her from the sister from the
What?
yeah.
This is new?
I just read this article today.
I'm
What?
confused, man.
And yeah, dude, like bizarro shit. So
But he
then,
was dead or he was still alive?
I mean, her
Son.
is
Oh.
the dead one
How was she going to get his...
because she has recorded his memory or something
Somehow, okay.
and that's what she was going into the basement to
What do
show
you
her.
even write that to?
Her the writer's brain.
Yeah, but where's it coming from?
Her machine that she invented.
But how did that get into the machine?
She figured it out apparently.
Yeah.
So the writer ends up
Mike to her chaunch.
the writer ends
Yes.
up leaving. And I don't know, somehow or another, I forget exactly the circumstances, she talks to the brother again. And the brother's like kind of answering kind of some of the questions to a certain extent. And then, because the
Because now
sister
there's
had
a book deal in
the
here.
sister has disappeared. Like, she fled. And the FBI was looking for her, the feds.
Okay.
And this brother was like kind of being coy about, she's probably dead by now anyway, kind of thing. Well, it turns out he fucking killed her. He killed the sister over all
boy.
this bullshit, and now he's going to jail. And it was up in Snohomish County up in Washington. It was the weirdest fucking story. It was so bizarre.
So this dude saved somebody and now he's getting fucked.
Dear murder
Because he
and
murdered
myth.
his sister.
Murder and myths.
Yeah, I mean-
Do this one so I can hear about the full thing.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the most bizarre story I ever read. So
How
strange.
bizarre.
Yeah, really weird.
Honestly, it's kind of sick.
How'd you
but-
get that?
I think it turned up on Dig.
Hey, dude,
Oh.
what are you researching?
Yeah.
Why is that pushing you that?
Would not like to divulge any.
Yeah.
I cannot confirm nor deny the
How
presence.
to bury brother. Hypothetical, maybe. No. delete. How to bury sister if killed. Can't find my memory.
FBI, open up! Fucking
Oh my
Rodney, bro.
gosh. The weirdest story. I was like, just like, what?
If my son dies. Dad, I'm right here. If my son dies.
But Dad, I don't understand. I'm here.
Here,
Go into the basement, son.
Well,
and fill this cup.
the machine had like electrodes
Dad.
on like with a pantyhose kind of it because
I love pantyhose.
And so she put it on her head and she was like demonstrating it to the writer chick and okay, now imagine your grandmother, and then like this image of her grandmother somehow appears on the screen, and what did you have for lunch? And her lunch shows up on the screen.
Wait, but it was doing real stuff though?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I think it was kind
I
of
think
like
it's all probably staged garbage.
to some
I mean, at
extent,
some
yeah.
point, aren't you a little bit curious as to like, be like, here, do it on me.
Well, it turns
Go ahead.
It turns out the feds wanted her because she had hacked into like one of the college campuses computer systems and stolen tons of code and stuff, and her house was
like
full of like
weird science,
weird electronic parts all over the place, and like
That sounds kind of cool.
it was really weird.
It's like
weird
weird
story.
science.
Well, she was
Do you
trying
think
to
she
make
had-
a woman, but didn't have the magazine.
She was trying to
Yeah.
be
You know what I mean?
Frankenstein,
No,
bro.
she ended up getting a rocket to
Yeah.
her face.
Yeah.
I wonder if she had
Chet.
been pushing 1.21 gigawatts.
I like a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray. That's from that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
Chet.
mom's
And then he
baby.
ends up with
Yeah,
the pizza. And
Yeah. You're wearing women's underpants. That is a severe behavioral disorder. Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fu, I've always wondered why you
I've never
brought
watched
those
that movie.
visors up there. Like, what were you doing, you know?
Oh, he was welding his groin.
they were cheap. And
They were cheap.
Hey, you ever heard of fucking Black Friday, piece of
Yeah,
shit?
they're easier than like just wearing goggles for like
Oh, okay.
weed eating and stuff
Oh,
because you
alright.
won't get
You're
won't cover your
rocking
face.
that thing when you're weed eating?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a picture of that.
I would too. I would.
Can we
Venus, please.
can we get it on
you have
video
my
for the
phone number.
podcast?
yeah,
For fuck's sake.
I'll upload a still.
You wear that? I mean, I just wear sunglasses.
Yo, sometimes I don't even fuck with that.
I have big weeds. and I
Not
don't
about the size of the
and
weed.
I don't have a
It's
guard
how
on
you
my
whack
weed.
it.
Yeah, I don't have a guard on my weed eater.
So you would rather
wanna
wear
see
that?
you
would
wear
rather
a-
wear that fucking thing than goddamn make a.
If you
Guard?
saw me wield my weed eater, you'd wear a mask that big too. I would. It
Ah.
would dent your chin.
Does Venus wear the mask?
What?
Does Venus wear the mask?
No, we just dodge.
Oh, okay.
Well, they've got two, so maybe there's some for fun times, and then there's, he's got some.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
for
weed
like
eating.
when you're. And it's like I protect, you protect. Yeah, we're good.
It's
Yeah.
your favorite number.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Or maybe Mike gave that to you for his zombie plan.
Well,
or
one
you
of
have a
them's
zombie
still
plan.
wrapped.
Yeah, I see that, but that could be just
Yeah.
fake. You could be just throwing me off.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it might be for doing like maybe some metal work or something, but
Not for that. That's what
But those aren't welding
goggles.
masks.
those ones are for. I
The
thought I
green
had
googles?
it.
I just
yeah.
use when I weld. I just use ski masks. Is that the ski goggle?
Because everything gets so foggy. Most of the goggles get all foggy, and it's all open. So and plus I can just up and down.
Dude, I would fucking pay money to watch.
You know what that kind of reminds me of is on Christmas Vacation, because now it's coming up on Christmas.
Yeah.
Is when Clark has the white mask on, and he comes out of the garage with
Yeah.
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 I could see you. I mean, that's not the same thing.
Shit slays.
But-
I want to fill Foo's garage with smoke, and then I would like to have the
smoke
garage.
machine?
I would like to film the garage door opening, and the smoke just starts pouring out, and then Foo just rips his fucking weed eater, and then fucking flips the thing down, and,
and
he's
just
just
have
like,
Mike's,
"Sup, bitches."
Mike's lit up disco unicorn
Yes.
farting
Oh, yeah.
computer in the
Yes.
back to light up all the smoke.
But then you've
Oh.
got that one song playing.
That could be the start of the
Shit.
show
Could be.
for video.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to figure out what
Yeah.
song this is.
Oh, I'm glad your
Oh,
brain's
shit.
working.
His mind will go blank.
Stay tuned.
That happens on occasion.
We're close. I
Yeah?
have. We could
You got
talk.
something?
We could talk about the UPS thing.
Yeah. I want to talk about that
Okay.
because I think that's pretty cool.
So here's now. This isn't my idea, so just to make sure. But if
Okay.
you saw it on Twitter, I did tweet it because I think I put it on.
You tweeted on Twitter?
I tweeted the Twitters. I think I put it out there on Saturday, Friday or Saturday. Can't remember which day. So the thing is, and I've seen this for a couple years, but it got really popular this year for sure.
Elf on a Shelf.
It's the thing where you put
Hole on
out
the
like
door.
a box of supplies, like knickknacks and snacks,
And
out
Patty Wax?
This fucking guy said
for
knickknacks.
the give your dog a bone.
He's gonna get so
Fucking
pissed.
hate knickknacks, dude.
He's like, I'm trying to fucking talk here.
I'm gonna put that mask on and start the weed eater.
Can you do the?
I'm gonna go searching for that 17 millimeter socket.
I'm trying to give the listeners a taste of what they've been missing, you know? What's up, guys?
I mean, we outfitted the studio with some really weird shit.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about it.
It's all around.
Before we finish, can you fucking play that guitar for the real quick?
Gosh,
No,
it's not
just
into-
those strings are all rusted.
Fuck.
Yeah. Although the one
tried,
inside
everyone.
the case, although it's rusted too,
Fuck.
but it's really pretty.
I tried.
All right, so
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
yes.
shut the fuck up now.
So the thing is, you set out like a box of snacks or something on your porch.
Yeah.
For all the delivery couriers that stop by with like your Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals and whatnot, and it's just like a note that says thank you or something like that, and like
Yeah.
take what you need, because they're probably either temp workers in some cases, or they're working overtime, or they're working through the holidays when they're bringing tons of shit, and they're probably not getting a lot of breaks.
Their back's probably hurt.
Right. So it's just like a good feels thing where you leave it out on the porch. So I'm like, this year I'd seen a number of tweets of people doing it. I'm like, I can do it. I already put in a bunch of orders. I knew I was going to get a bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh, and plus it would be interesting to see how many people actually
Partake.
Some,
'Cause
is it useful
now
or
the
is it?
Cheez-Its, did you smoke them?
No, they're all in the
Okay.
bag. So I didn't touch
Oh,
anything. So nobody.
They're not Ziploc bags.
No,
they're actual
it's all
Cheez-It
like
little
the
bags.
snack pack, whatever.
Okay.
So everything is sealed, so there's no, they have to worry about whether or not I poisoned something or anything like that.
Yeah.
The water's all.
I was kind of
know?
wondering about that because
Yeah.
smoky noms would be really cool to give
It
to
would.
somebody, but then a little sketchy when
right.
the fact that
I
they're,
wouldn't want. I
Ziploc.
wouldn't want someone to worry about whether or not
Yeah.
they're gonna get
Giardia.
mud butt 2 stops down with somebody's Lego set or something.
Pulling a Crystalia.
Yeah, you
Some
end up in
crystal
Sun
meth
City
tainted-
diddling somebody's, night irons, and you're gonna blast their porch on welcome mat.
Hey,
You
Ring
need to
doorbell,
let
check
me
this out.
Yeah.
Put that on next door.
So I it's been out there, and
Yeah.
we have seen a number of delivery people,
Yeah.
wave to the camera, and take stuff.
Has
that-
anybody abused their powers?
no.
Did you see my response to your tweet? I said,
Oh, does it work for pool guys?
Because I pass.
yeah,
I'm
sure.
in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
I just
Are you
was kidding.
delivering
If you
some
stop-
shit to him?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna see. Now, if you walk up to the thing and
be
your
like,
pants are around your ankles,
Sue.
you may have a problem making it back off the lawn without fruit gummies inserted plantly.
into my prison
And,
wallet?
yeah,
Yes.
try and play your fart flute now. Fruit gummies.
It'd be like because
Yeah.
of the gummy just jiggly,
So. It
What
gets,
just
it,
happened?
It gets
Big brain
used.
time.
People have taken stuff, and I feel good. And it's the cute
Yeah.
little picture of the Mandalorian baby Yoda.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
With like a thank you.
This guy's gonna get sued.
Or you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too late. It's out of the bag now.
You're a fucking
Dude.
hose.
Disney's like,
no way.
where is
Yeah.
Foo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried
Cease
to do
and
that with
desist
some of the
is
memes.
coming.
Did you see that?
They were trying to sue people to make memes.
Not sue, but on like
Oh, take 'em
Giphy
down.
and
Yeah.
Imgur, where people had started
Yeah.
and making memes. I think it was after the second episode.
They scrubbed the internet.
They tried to,
Yes.
and
Don't
it
they-
just went south. It was like, okay, no, this isn't
Never
going to
mind.
work. It was like
We
a
can't do it.
Streisand thing. It was like, too late. Nope. Stuff's already
Memes
out
are
there.
memes, bitch.
Yeah, it's gone. Game over. And now it's,
Hey,
it's
Disney,
all
fuck you,
free advertising.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. I don't know a single person that doesn't like the character.
Yeah.
And if you get this far and you still haven't seen fucking Mandalorian, sorry about the spoilers, but dude's cute as a button.
Baby
I would.
Yoda.
I would
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
make him my child because he's just a little cutie
Yeah.
and he has superpowers. So
He can lift up my car and I
Yeah.
can work underneath it.
be like, who needs a fucking the jack? You
Well,
know?
yeah.
What's it called?
And then not only
Quick
that,
jacks.
after he
Quick-
does
who
that
needs quick
shit,
jacks?
after he does that shit, he sleeps for a while.
Yeah.
So-
just take a nap.
Yeah.
Can I
Hey,
make
do we have any sponsors yet?
No. Fuck.
Who's gonna sponsor us?
Baby Yoda.
I know somebody listening
McDonald's.
is about to sponsor us, dude.
Huh?
I know someone listening is like, I could sponsor them. Whoever that is thinking that. do
If
it.
you think you want to sponsor us, just get in touch with
We
us.
were
It's
we were
sad.
looking, we were interested until they started talking about 17mm sockets stuffed on their asshole.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
like-
Snap-on would.
Flea
like
Feet was
me.
like, we liked
They're
how it
like,
started.
We got 17mm sockets at Snap-on.
yeah,
We'll be a sponsor.
you want this one? It's $400.
this one? Yeah. We got one socket. It's $400. 17 mil.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are you done Christmas shopping?
No.
No.
Have you started that shit?
Yeah.
I don't have anyone.
What do you
shop
think?
For,
All
so.
the packages are what?
I don't fucking know what you ordered.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
him?
about for
You.
him. I mean, he's giving away shit to the
Delivery
yeah.
guys, delivery
This guy's
people.
fucking always ordering shit. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that was it too. I'm like, fucking. I feel like I order.
I know how
I blow
Venus
through
must really
like
struggle.
the utility of an Amazon Prime delivery service 2-day thing, and like the first month of each membership renewal, the amount of stuff I buy.
Well,
so I'm like, this is the least I could do for some of these guys because
this is the
they're here
time
all the time.
where people are getting shit stolen off their porch, and I'm happy that I have Amazon Key.
Yeah,
I pulled
Have
up
you
on
used that?
I pulled
Yeah.
up
Already?
earlier
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
a
house,
ton.
and there's a car out front, and the garage is open, and I'm like, it's fucking go time. I'm fighting whoever the fuck this is.
So the
And then I
garage is
see the
open,
dude
no
with the
cars in it,
fucking-
and he rolls up, and there's a car out front with the garage door open.
And I see
Oh.
the dude with the package. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have to kill someone.
I'm
It's just
watching you.
Amazon.
Yeah.
In a Camry.
Set it in the box.
What's
Do you have
up with
like
that?
Do you have a taped box? Well, they do subcontracts.
It was.
I
That's
know,
like-
it's weird.
That's a
it's
cutthroat
like
thing too. Have you
it's like
seen
the Uber
ever
of delivery.
Oh, yeah, they're like out there fighting with knives. Is that what you're talking about?
to get packages? It's like cutthroat.
really?
Well,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you go to
Oh,
the
damn.
Amazon fulfillment center and
Like-
just get in line and like pick up shit? And
It's
take
not because it's about the how they package some of the route boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not calling your essentially if you're not early enough to call your shot and you're not high enough in the pecking order, you get like the shit that's like here's 10 boxes, but it's like
One's in West Sac and the other one's in El
it's
Dorado
all,
Hills.
It's all over the entire fucking
That is
county,
not
and
fucking
you're
worth
going to
it.
spend all day.
I thought that they specifically tried to take packages that were clustered together and give them to certain drivers. Specifically, I thought that was the
I
whole.
think the higher up you are, you start getting those options, but eventually you start getting like the
for
bottom of the barrel, and it's like, well, yeah, you've got one over here in Fittyment, and you've got one over here near the high school,
I mean, for
and like the
efficiency's
big
sake.
corporate guys in the Amazon vans are like, I'm
Door to
done.
door,
I'm
yeah.
fuck you. I'm done. And you get the guys with the Camrys. We're like,
Yeah.
well, I'm trying to make some extra scratch because
My
'Cause I
kid
have a
needs an
Camry.
iPhone 11 Pro.
yeah,
Yeah.
Daddy wants to buy a new Mac Pro or something.
Did you get a 256 or 512?
256. Yeah.
How's it been treating you?
I have no complaints. It's a phone.
I have no complaints. It's
a
a phone.
It is the phone. It does the things.
It does the things.
Yeah.
I challenge anyone to figure out who is talking.
I would challenge anyone.
Just put a
Dude,
magnet next
just
to his
eating
ass.
Just ask the magnet.
Does Scott still listen to this thing?
Probably.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Damn.
Guess who's not getting something from Scott?
Sorry, little brother.
Well, he always messages me and he just calls
Melly's
me
getting a
dick
Beamer.
or something. So it's the least I could do to
Data. Getting a thumb.
That's his.
Damn.
That's his shout out.
Well, no, little brother Scott won't be getting Melly a Beamer.
I know, but that's not
Maybe a Hot Wheel Beamer.
funny. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right.
How's your back?
Fucked.
Still?
No, it's worse than it has been.
No snowboarding for you then, huh?
I'm gonna say no on this podcast, and then we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, all right.
But it's a firm no.
Sounds just like a Data's answer.
All right.
Yes. If you are fighting me, and you have to do with the law, get the fuck out of here.
No. Right.
I was told they'll come and find me, so
He doesn't have any problems with
it's
authority.
here,
Oh.
and it's snowing. Oh, I'm singing. I'm in a store, and I'm singing.
I don't know where he's.
Yeah.
He's
It's Elf, dude.
rails
What the hell?
or.
Oh.
I know what it's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly
Hope
what
you
it's
find your
from.
dad.
Bye, buddy.
Why don't you go back to Gimbals with all the other Santas?
You smell like beef and cheese.
You're not Santa.
God, it's funny how which ones become classics and which ones are just
we
like.
were just talking
what?
about
That
this.
movie is a banger. I would rather watch that movie than a lot of regular movies.
Well, I was amazed at what's the Mariah Carey song?
Oh.
The Only Thing I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yes.
That song came out in like 94, 96, something like that.
Yeah.
And that is now a classic Christmas song. I mean, it's played all the time.
Yeah, you can't get around that one.
No. And you kind of think like most of these classic songs are all the old songs
Yeah.
that everybody, but sometimes there's room for some new shit to like get on in there. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder how much she would rather be known for her albums and not the
Christmas
the
song?
one Christmas
Hey, whatever
song.
brings in the money.
Yeah, I think she's getting paid either way. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I saw.
you don't
so
see Michael Jackson being known for his Christmas songs.
You know what Michael Jackson's known for?
Yeah, well, that kind of took a turn there in the last couple.
You know, I actually
It's probably the same kind of things R. Kelly is.
I feel really bad
golden
every
shower.
time now I hear a Michael Jackson song. I feel awful. I feel like
Certainly awkward.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
When I it's like Michael Jackson.
God, that
this
went
is
south.
fucking creepy.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like, oh.
and all the all the little yeah, all those little sounds that he makes. You're like, what are you doing, bro? Macaulay Culkin wasn't even there when you recorded that.
How'd you get that soundbite?
Yeah.
Nuts. Golden shower. Kick me.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I need to get high.
Yeah.
Is he Towley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Get
what
that,
that
like
sounded
that
like.
falsetto.
You're a towel.
Dude, we used to say that a lot.
I know.
You're a towel.
No, you're a towel.
We're good on time.
Wow. Okay.
We'd keep going, but you guys got to come back next week. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have more of this shit next week.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
Do
sure.
we want to do 2?
2 what's?
Like a normal and then a bonus funny haha on Friday? Because you work, right?
Bonus Jonas.
Yeah, I work all week.
So we can't do funny garbage, absolute tankage on
Not during the
Wednesday.
week.
But we could do it Friday.
Wait,
I
are we
mean,
talking about using alcohol?
I mean,
for
all I'm
fun?
saying
Yeah, we could do
is-
like
Ho, ho, ho.
holiday beverage consummations.
According to the calendar I saw, this is these are the days where you don't even really need to pretend that you're working anymore at
Yes.
work.
Yeah. Well, lucky. Yeah.
Literally, we've passed the pretend you're working. Now we're in the you don't even have to bother pretending you're
Yeah.
working.
It's just like
Really?
Yeah.
punch in.
You just go. I mean, this is a calendar I saw on the internet. Everything on the internet's
Oh.
I thought this was an AJ.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
no. So right now,
No, see-
like really, the only thing you have to do is just walk into the kitchen and see if there's any snacks.
Yeah.
Are there any snacks that I can eat? No. And then go back to your cube and then fuck around.
Yeah.
And go back to the kitchen. Are there any cookies? Did any cookies show up? And then
Yeah.
go no. And then
Yeah.
go back to you.
Know the CEO of AJA that listens to this podcast. Nobody is not working at AJA. Including,
Oh yeah, he does
including
listen
me.
to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be like, wow.
Also-
Oh, now we're screwed.
Yeah, shit. You know what I would like to say though is even though I'm aware that some employees may follow that regimen at AJA,
Oh, not me.
Jim Schroeder, I saw
Steve
I
Tawney
saw
probably
on
does
his
it.
after his Mac updated. I saw his itinerary for his entire work week, and that man is booked.
Oh.
8 to 5 the
That's
entire
right.
day. He's
Yeah.
got shit to QA.
Full load.
I bet you Steve Tawney probably is on the other side of the fence on that one.
He's not even working right now because the man had surgery on his arm.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. CEO,
yeah.
we're all good here.
Yeah.
Nothing to
Nothing to
launch
see.
an
No.
operation.
Yeah, just carry on.
Yes.
Yeah. No need to come down to QA and check either.
Yeah.
You can stay down in L.A. where you live.
Everything's on.
It's all good.
He just went to the break room for a moment.
Yeah. I had to pee
He
once.
went to grab a muffin.
Okay.
He might have had to take a deuce.
God.
Sometimes
He's
the-
being held up in a line over at Briar Patch. He'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's
the
clear.
car's in the lot, bro. I'm invested. You know what I
there.
mean? I've spent the money in gas to get there.
No one's
Full
sleeping
day.
in break rooms.
Yeah,
no
full
one's
day.
sleeping
Full
in their
day.
cars. No one's fucking sleeping at all.
No.
No.
There's nothing happening besides work.
Yeah.
Can
That's
we-
what PTO's for.
Honestly, sometimes
Which he's not taking because he's working hard.
Sometimes I'll text my dad and be like, Dad, I really need your help. It's an emergency. And he's like, fuck off. I'm doing testing. And I'm like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
okay. He's
God.
like, don't fucking bother calling me again till 4. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, all
AJ
right.
is lucky.
Wow.
Yesterday.
He deserves a fucking 14% raise.
I think
dude.
yesterday you called me.
Yeah, he didn't even fucking answer.
I didn't
He
even
give a
pick it
shit.
up. I was busy.
He literally looked at it and went, fuck that guy. And then I was like, well, I guess fuck me then.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You cut your fucking arm off? I wouldn't know because I'm busy at work.
Working hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Hard
Yeah.
working.
Working full load.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now that we've got that out of the way.
Yeah. Well,
Do we need to
I gotta
talk about
look
how
for a
hard you
socket.
work, Foo?
fuck off.
Oh, boy.
No.
I'm not even going to go
Yeah.
down that path.
No, we're all done.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up and we'll finish this next week.
That's what she said.
Maybe Chandler will come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make a Twitter poll, and if people vote for me, I'll come back. I'm not coming here if y'all fuckers don't want to hear this shit, you know?
You don't want to know the answer to the Twitter poll.
Yeah. We'll just say that everyone clicked yes and show up because otherwise you'll be
Well, the Twitter
staring at the Ring doorbell.
The poll was over. Everyone said yes, and then we had to delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming if Mike comes.
Of course.
Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah.
Cool.
You just need one of those
I'm
masks.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Mike's coming early.
Mike, leave your fucking unicorn at home, though. We don't need it here.
We'll have to open up the door so no one gets feral spray. Just wear a mask. I'll get out the weed eater and the smoke machine.
Do I need it for the weed eater or for
We'll
a golden
whack the
shower,
weeds.
dude? Fuck.
All righty.
Okay, everybody.
We'll catch you next week.
Have a good
Maybe.
week.
Bye.